Hi, this is Beth. I'm from the Homewood Sweets here in Hagerstown, Maryland. And today we are going to make some hot caramel salted sauce. You can use them for apples, you can use it over ice cream. To get started, you're going to need 4 cups of white sugar, 4 teaspoons of salt, 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and 3 sticks of butter. We're going to be heating the sugar up until it is completely dissolved before we add anything else. When I cook, I do like to have a little bit of wine, and this is from our local winery. Oh wait, sorry, I'm at work. I forgot. I'll just drink my coffee. So we're going to get this started. We're going to add the sugar and get that cooking. You have to stir it constantly and on nothing over a medium heat, or it will burn. So we'll start stirring that. Okay, we are about the 4-minute mark. It's starting to get a little bit clumpy, not too clumpy. It's still very white. It's getting a little bit warmer. I still have it a little bit less than half on the heat, and it's going to end up getting really, really clumpy that you can hardly stir it before it starts to turn back into a liquid here shortly. Okay, right now we are about 7 or 8 minutes into stirring it. It does take a long time to get this stirred. It's hard as a rock, it's crispy. At this point, I'm pretty sure you're thinking, I've messed up and I need to throw it over into the trash can and start all over. But that's not true. Keep it at medium, and you're gonna see, if you look down in there, it's starting to melt into a little bit of a liquid. And once that starts, it does go pretty quick. With the melting process, it gets to an amber color, and then after that we're going to add the butter here shortly, as soon as we get it melted down to the amber color. Okay, we're about 10 to 11 minutes into the stirring. You can see it's really starting to look more like honey or something. It's melting good, still hard to stir, a little bit easier to stir though. Still keep it at a medium heat. We're going to add the butter in a few minutes, but we are going to cut it up into pieces so that the butter melts evenly, because you don't want to add a whole stick and wait for the stick to melt. When it's cut up into pieces, it will heat more evenly. We are at the 15-minute mark now, and it is looking like caramel. It's completely melted. You're going to wish that you had your maintenance men here now for this one, because your arms are getting pretty tired. We're going to go ahead and start adding the butter, but I warn you, when you add the butter, it does start to bubble, and it's going to start bubbling up. So don't add it too fast. Just keep stirring. I always turn the heat down to about a 2 or a 3 whenever I get to this point. It says you can keep it at a half, but I don't want it boiling over. And at this point, it's starting to smell really good and like caramel. You're going to keep stirring for about 2 to 3 more minutes till the butter is completely dissolved, and by cutting it, it is going to help it dissolve quicker than adding the sticks of butter. So make sure that you do cut the butter up into the pieces. Okay, our 2 minutes are up. We're going to start adding the heavy whipping cream. Make sure that you drizzle it, because it is going to bubble. You don't want it to stop it from boiling though. You want to keep it at the same temperature. Just keep drizzling the cream and keep the boil under control. It does take a little while till it gets cooled down before it stops. But it smells really good. That was 1 cup. And then the second one you can add a little faster, since it has cooled down a little bit. You're going to continue to stir this for another minute till you get it all nice, and you'll be able to tell when it's all getting to look like caramel. It's not separated anymore. Okay, we're going to remove it from the heat now. We're going to add the salt. Make sure you stir it really, really well. Working in sales, I've been here for 8 years now since a hotel. We're always looking for something new and different to do for our guests. And I decided yesterday, I was looking through my grandmother's old recipes and everything, and found this on Pinterest. So I got this recipe and we're trying it today. Thanks to somebody's grandma. We'll let this cool for a little bit and then we're going to add it to the jars. Okay, now we're going to pour the caramel into the canning jars. Make sure that they are clean and sterile. When you're pouring it in, it is still going to be very liquid-like. It is going to thicken up a lot. So tomorrow when I take this out and deliver it on sales calls with some apples, it'll be a lot thicker and ready to go. The wine that we have there is from our local winery, Knob Hall Winery here in Clear Spring, Maryland. It's just right up the road from us. And I think wine goes with everything. So that is a wrap up on our making process. We'll show you some pictures here shortly on how we're going to present it when we deliver it to our guests. Okay, I just wanted to show you our finished product. We have the hot caramel salted sauce. We use it to take out on sales calls. If we have a guest in house not feeling well or a special occasion for them, that we give to those. They are great gifts, just one of our many ideas. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos for Behind the Scenes with Beth. Thanks and have a great day from the Homewood Suites in Hagerstown, Maryland.